Before I introduce to you the next poet, this is someone who was born and bred in the northeast. I hope I've got that right, because I haven't asked her. But she is here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm proud to present to you Gill the Maverick Laverick. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. Can I have a Laverick?
And you're right, Dan, because I'm a little bit low. Right, I thought that I might have a glass of wine, so I've written it in big letters so I can read it. Can you take one of them? That's it enough, yeah. Right, I'm not casual in front of the mic like these guys. It's a long time since I've stood up and done anything like this. But I've been lucky enough to have some of my previous work published. It's been called Cutting and Insightful, which is nice, I suppose. However, a poem that starts, "Bitter pearls I cast before you," isn't really suitable for an evening called The Lighter Side of Life. And so my normal muses being Sylvia Plath and Stevie Smith, I decided instead to channel Dorothy Parker and Pam Ayres. But everyone who asks me when they read my poems, what does Tony think about your poetry? It's, well, I don't really know anything about poetry. And for everyone else who said, I thought poems were supposed to rhyme, here we go. I'll read this one first. It's called Losing Weight because it's the lighter side of life tonight, and it's with an ode to Pam Ayres. I thought that I might cry for you and just go off my food, but crying makes me hungry, so that really isn't good. I thought that I might run a bit and lose the weight that way, but running is a lot like work if you do it every day. I thought that I might swim some lengths, do sit-ups once or twice, but exercise just gives me wind, and that really isn't very nice. I suppose that as the docs advise, I should ride a bike, go walking fast 3 times a week, or take a longer hike. But sitting with my laptop perched upon my knee, or running on the spot at home while playing with the Wii, mean that I don't really need to leave the house to feel that I'm alive, if only virtual food and drink would help me to survive. And the next one, moving on to Dorothy, is called I Believe I Should Have an Affair. And my daughter's sitting in the front row and really needs to put her hands over her ears because it makes me a bit sick. I believe I shall have an affair, she said, with a man called Bill for a bit of a thrill. He has a magnificent house on a hill, but sex at high altitude makes me feel ill, and the cries of the circling birds are so shrill. Perhaps I shouldn't do it at all, but still. I believe I shall have an affair, she said, with a man called Mark for a bit of a lark. He's got a large garden, it's more of a park, but late at night it gets creepy and dark. It's a bit like him, he's a loan shark. Don't clap yet, there's more. I just needed to turn the page, right. I believe I shall have an affair, she said, with the masculine Pip. He's happening, he's hip. We'll open a bottle of wine, we'll let rip, when he can give his little wifey the slip. I believe I shall have an affair, she said, with a man called Frank. He's got a good job, he works in a bank. His friends are called Cuthbert, Herbert and Hank, but his hair's quite unattractive, greasy and blank. His taste in clothing is particularly rank. His flat's in a basement, which is dingy and dank. And when I talk about politics, he looks quite blank. I'm beginning to think he's as thick as a plank. I borrowed his aftershave once, and it stank. I only went out with him once for a prank. I believe I shall have an affair, she said, with a man called Bert. He's got a nice shirt, but he won't leave his wife, and I'll only be hurt. Having an affair with the heart isn't easy. This sneaking around after dark is quite sleazy. The possible fallout makes me a bit queasy. I believe I shall share an affair, she said, with a woman called Fran, who needs a man.
Yeah, come on, can I get a Laverick? Yeah, thank you very much.